hope I am audible to everyone. Okay, good to meet you all on this great Friday. Let me check out my volume. Audible to everyone. Good. Perfect. Okay, good to meet you all on this great Friday. All right, I'm trying to getting some echo here. Yes. Sorry guys, I'm just setting up some echo up from my side. Right. Okay, hope it's better now. Sorry guys, I'm just setting up from my side. Okay, technical fault fixed. Okay. Sometimes it happens. Now it's better, I believe, pretty clear. Technical glitches makes us to do some basic work. Perfect, great. All right, so Friday looks good, and Bangalore rained well this evening, so feel fantastic. And believe some of you also enjoying this weather. Festival is coming closer, feeling good. Some of you should have bought some new dress, and the sweets are getting ready at home. It's a good feel. Yeah, I believe you're going to visit some of your relatives, friends, send some wishes to people. Yeah, it's a big festival in India. It's there another 2-3 days, right? Few more days. All right, and how many of you taking leave to celebrate this function? Festival, great festival. Some of you should be doing that, right? Okay, I can see Ashwin. Let's see a few of them say hello before we start the class.
Hi, Shri.
Hey, Vipin, Ashwin, and some more faces coming up here. Good to see you all. Good news. Today I found nearly 4 or 5 people cleared PMP. Check. I was getting calls. Okay, it's a good news. People are excited. One person specifically more emotional. They say, I couldn't talk. Man, it's blocking here after I cleared my exams. It's a hard work for a long time. I was able to achieve it. That's a good feel. That gives a booster. Feel great. There are some people set the goal. Before Diwali, I will do my exams. Close it up. I don't want to carry this. I'm also aware that some of you here, before New Year, I'll be done. Right? 2022, God, I'd start great. There are some people. Good. But don't take it that certification is the only thing in life. It's a journey. Leadership is a journey, and it keeps going on. In fact, I have found many people make it a habit of reading or learning something continuously after they get certified also. Many found that learning after a certain age is more important than what you learn in your college days. I'm not saying no, it's important to be good in college and schools, but more than that, now if you learn something, it's good, not technical, only money-wise, something to be a very good person around the society. That gives a better life. Also technical stuff, what you want to learn, right? All going to be there. So thanks a lot for the people on the cam showing your face. Thanks a lot. You can put your cam and mic off mode. And thanks for the people in the YouTube. And we'll go on today. And in fact, we gave a poll in LinkedIn and YouTube, which subject you want to listen more. I found majority of them reached out for Burndown, Burnup charts. In fact, many are there for communication, servant leadership as well. In fact, we're all fighting equally, but Burndown, Burnup went a little higher. It's So today we'll talk about it, and also I'll bring up the communication part. I will also bring out about the leadership part, right? That's on servant leadership. And a quick information to you, all the people around here. Soon we are starting a session which is called career counseling. Will that be useful for you all? Will that be useful? Career counseling. Yeah, right. That's pretty good. So it's starting by November 6th. We're going to do a career counseling and leadership psychology. Oof, God, man, we need it. Yeah, we need it. But again, it's going to be a collective discussion. Soon it start only for the candidates and students of ShriLearning. YouTube will happen later. So for now, it's be a to our people talking about career counseling. We'll discuss more. It's going to be interesting. That's a message for you all. With this, we'll kickstart, and good wishes to all the people who cleared last 2-3 days. I think 2 days back, I found 6 or 7 people clear on the same day, and it's continuously happening. I'm so excited to hear more people clearing examination. Shriram, does it mean the exam is pretty easy? I will not tell easy. Always PMI has its own standards. I feel that the way of preparation has improved a lot with our people. I somehow feel that you guys are taking everyday test, which Rahul is posting. You all are attending the weekly test, Saturday and Sunday. How many of you feel here weekly tests are helping you? I will tell most of you will tell, yeah, it's helpful for me. Yeah, the weekly test is really helping a lot to set up a rhythm for you that you stay on track. Really helps a lot. Of course, it needs your whole time. I really appreciate you. You are at office, some are from Arab, some are from US, some are from India. You're able to make it up. I have many people are mom, little kids, still they're making up. Really good job. And we are doing a good job, right? That's pretty good. I can clearly see that we are doing a great job of a lot of people clearing PMP. So kudos and credits to all the people. With this kickstart, I do have some of them cleared. Also, they are in the classes today because they want to keep learning. That's an important thing. Right, with this, a jump inside. Oh, boo, boo. I have some of them. Kapil, one stop in YouTube, says hello. Hey, hello, everyone. So what I do is I'll bring up some slides to talk about it. In fact, tomorrow we are starting scaled agile classes. I was quite packed today from morning, working for scaled agile, my office work, and then now for this content. Man, don't ask me how things went on, but still managed it. I think when you have some passion, automatically it works, isn't it? I somehow get it. Okay, good. With this, we'll jump in and see some content. By the way, I feel Fridays are so special now. Meeting people, it's becoming a habit now. If I don't do Friday, I don't think it'll be a great week, isn't? Also, I feel that Friday is a good day to start all your learning habits. Anyway, it's all good. So with this, we'll jump in. We'll talk something about Burndown Burnup charts. Don't be surprised in the sense Burndown Burnup charts. You will feel very easy. You will feel, that's it. That's it. Nothing hard. Also, on the internet, you have tons of material. So however it is, we will talk in our language, which is easily understandable. That's what we're going to do. I gave a topic as Agile Metrics that matters, right? Metrics are very important to track how things are moving. Shriram, what is this, man? Do we really to track? Individually, sometimes we track ourselves in the sense of health or prosperity, how I'm growing, how much of income I have, what is my savings in my bank account, or how healthy I am, right? This we'll see how healthy my relationship with my relatives and friends. Sometimes you look back, sometimes you don't bother. When you're busy, don't bother. If you ask me last few years how much I do, I have many of my friends hate me to the core. I could not talk to them properly. I'm not 100% with them. Even I talk to them, maybe my brain is somewhere else. When you get into the public life, definitely you cannot be so close with your relatives and friends. You lose a lot. I lose a lot. If you look my metrics about my relationship with friends and relatives, pretty poor. Trying to do better, only with few people, very limited people. But how much it's useful? Yeah, it's useful. Tracking is always useful. At the same time, when you do own project at a home, you you try to migrate from one city to another city. You do your own project of some maybe construction work at your place, something you do. Here, if you want to track something, you can track it because it's on your own. You know how much of money, how much of time, how much of risk involved. You can easily track it. Where the problem starts is when you have more than one person involved, and when more amount of people are going to show interest on that. Observe here, more than one number of persons is involved and more people going to show interest. Here, to be careful of it. Interest could be positive interest and negative interest. Both can be there, right? When these two coming in PMP classes, we learn something called EEF, enterprise environmental factors. Now, all this influencing there. Now, it won't be just easy to track what is happening. Also, you cannot rely on one person to do all the stuff. In fact, those days, that's how it was. When I say those days, 30, 40 years back or 20 years back, and there is the role project manager has to note down somewhere, write in a paper, write in a whiteboard. Later came an Excel sheet. Microsoft project was there. These are the places that track. Now, what happened here is in the current world, the agile world, we are working with the knowledge-based workers, You and me are knowledge workers who predominantly use our brain for our survival. Okay, so knowledge workers means a great scientist, not necessarily. We are using our brain for survival. There is no difference between us and the people live in a stone age. In stone age, they use the physical power plus brain power to hunt and survive. Now we no need to do physical thing because most of the things we automated, systemized. In the name of civilization, we did a lot of stuff. Now we can use that brain to grab that food for survival. Whatever you do here, Agile, PMP, ACP, scientific research, medicine industry, or construction research, everything for survival, food, right? Food. Those days they used physical power, brain power. Now you're using only brain power because it's available, you can get from them, right? For that, you need some money for survival. Now, point here is when these all come into picture, tracking getting a little tougher. So now we're going to have some data which I'm going to share you, screens, where I'll show you how this tracking things happen and why we do this. Two things you'll understand. I've put very limited content, try to share with you all. Okay? That's a message. Where this will jump inside. Can I assume some of you here already know something about Burndown Burnup charts? Can I assume? Can somebody say yes, hello? Yeah, I did it in YouTube or in, yeah, some of you in your office would have seen. Maybe not given a higher focus, but you did. Very good. Also, that's a good one. And also, can I know that anyone here from non-IT industry? Shriram, these things I never heard in my life, man. I'm from non-IT. I'm not a guy who always sit with the keyboard. Taka, 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 taka. No, I don't do that. I'm not such a guy. Anyone here like that? Non-IT. Yeah, Prasanna says I'm not from IT. Very good. Arya says, Sanjeev says, okay, good to see some people are here. Okay, good. Fantastic. Thanks a lot for telling that. Oh man, a lot of non-IT. Wow. Many people. In fact, today I took one success interview. I would want you all to listen to that success interview. And this person is from the metro construction work in Saudi Arabia. He spoke a lot about Agile and how much Agile is going to be rocking the construction industry. I was so surprised the way he explained some stuff. The success video will come soon. Maybe if somebody is not subscribed with our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe it. You're going to be surprised the way he said. I was so, wow, really, this much. So he worked in a lot of metro construction for Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and India, again back to Saudi Arabia. He spoke a lot about Agile, what he's looking into. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of people in non-IT here. We will try to cover the content and the sense of how the data going to be useful for all this industry, right? Let's go on. Right, let's move a little more. Here we go. Wow, let's kickstart something here. Okay, before we go to the subject, just want to give something about thought process. Okay, food for your brain, food for your philosophy. So what is that? Visualization. If somebody heard about visualization, there is a good evidence proved in this world. Could be of any level, saying that when you visualize, then you can materialize. Okay, look like a punch dialogue. Okay, but still, it's a very interesting factor. A mom who's conceived, she keep visualizing her baby for a long time, right? Months and months, she keep visualizing. That's why when the baby comes out born, still it's a painful process, but she still smiles with the tears because she visualizes it, how the baby is going to be, how healthy the baby, he or she, is going to be. This visualization is a very common factor of human being, which animals cannot do, except few they can try, but not like a human being. Human being are the only person so gifted. You can visualize the future, okay, not the past. Past has happened, right? Historical data. Visualizing future is purely with you. No one can stop you. You can visualize end of the world. You can see anything you want to, good and bad, whatever you want. But to be honest, many people visualize most of the negative things which can happen around them. The government may fail, tax system is bad, it'll rain heavily, my family is not good, I may die sooner. So negative visualization, the more you do, it'll attract. What you do, it'll attract back to you, right? There are few people in this world who can always visualize positively, even in the bad situation. And these are the people make this world more livable place. My request to you all is going forward in the Diwali season coming up, set something goal for yourself. Don't think only for New Year I'll do for some good festival season. I would visualize something good for myself, right? Look for my good family, healthy life. I've learned this much of money if you want. Doesn't mean you have to be so rich or richest country you have to stay to be happy. Even normal place you can be happy, but if you can visualize better, or you can visualize where you want to go. Now, why I put this point is I was reading something about visualization. Visualization is the process of creating, seeing a mental picture of the kind of thing you want to have or do. Most of the successful people, the moment I say successful people, many people think of Steve Jobs, Sundar Pichai, Bill Gates. They are financially successful. There are better successful people than them who always have a smile in their face, live peacefully. Anything happens bad also, just give a smile and tell that it will be resolved. There are more successful people than them. Okay. Of course, they are good. I'm not telling they are bad. They are good, but don't get too much to this rich people, money, foreign country. No, it's beyond that life is. So visualizing is good. I always look for a mom visualizing a newborn baby, a farmer visualizing the fertile land without fertilizer. Those are good visualization, right? Beyond that, of course, everyone can't be getting the farmland, but at least start visualizing better thing. Why? The better you visualize, you become a better wise person. That's a good thing for life. Okay. With this, we'll kickstart. Hope it's useful for you. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's jump in. Now, what you'll do is I have to go to the content. Okay. Now, KPIs. What does KPI stands for? I know it's a very simple question. Let me see your chat window works. What KPI stands for? Do you even know that? Shriram, this is a simple question, but don't ask me. Let's try. Key performance indicators. The word has a meaning, right? Key. Important points are being indicated. Key performance indicators. Everyone has a key performance indicator. As I said, health, you have a key performance indicators. There are many people do the KPI check by their James Bond watch. We all have this James Bond watch, which has all the features there. It's a key performance indicator. It shows the KPIs of what achieved, not achieved, all the stuff are there. So now what is happening here is two things are there. One is leading indicator, other one is lagging indicator, right? Now, what is the leading? What is the lagging? Let's see a little bit before we jump inside. Now, first, let's see lagging indicator. Lagging, the word lagging look like, oh man, something backward. Don't think like that. Lagging indicators assess the current state of the business. It means something has happened. It's happened. 5 minutes back, what happened could be a lagging indicator. Who will be interested on lagging indicator is, of course, business officials want to see what has been completed. Business profit, they want to see what happened. Mainly accounts, finance team, very interested on lagging data because they want to see how things are moving forward. Finance oriented system, they'll watch out. Some of the human resource department also watch out how people are performing, how things are moving up. So point here is a lagging indicator is very common in a project to see how much we have done so far, how things are going, stuff. It's important. Lagging indicator can be easily calculated based on what happened. Now, where the top management or winning team look out. If you make a guess, the guess would be leading indicator. So leading indicator is going to predict the future. Now tell me, based on what you will have a prediction, can we say that lagging indicator will help to do the leading indicator? Do you think so? Is that possible? If you say yes, you are right. So lagging indicator is going to help the leading indicator. These two indicators are very important to tell that what happened, what's going to happen. This is a pure game. It could be for anything. Could be a cricket match where India lost with Pakistan. It's a lagging indicator. Now with this, they'll start predicting India. Will they at least go for qualifying round? They look at the weather report. They look at last 5, 10 years, 100 years, lagging data. Look for leading data. So they start seeing these information. It's very, very common. Now, how do this data can be used? Let's see those factors also. But my primary goal is not to go very deep inside this, but I'm trying to show you how these data are used in the agile factors, right? Right, let's go. Somebody's so patriotic in the Zoom telling India will meet again in finals. India is always driven by the Bollywood movies. Always they'll feel somehow the hero will come out. I like that. I like that belief. I like that visualization. Okay, good. Let's go. Agile metrics. When you say agile metrics, there are a lot of ways of seeing the metrics at data point. Which is the best one? There's nothing called best. Whichever you feel good is good for you. I have put some numbers or some points here. Not everything we're going to discuss, like velocity chart. We have a lead time, cycle time. Cycle have a time? Yeah, it's a time. Lead time, cycle. I'll talk one other day on this topic. I'll give one more polling in LinkedIn and YouTube. Based on your voting, I'm going to do that because this I picked up based on your voting. Then we have a sprint burn down. Release or epic burn down. 2 burn downs here, right? It's pretty good. We'll see that. CFD, cumulative flow diagram. This can be one session individually, and burnup charts. Today, I'm going to talk about 2 things here. Also, I want to touch a little bit on the velocity chart, right? That's how it is. So point here is, these are the ones which is going to show you how the system is moving, how a team is performing, how the releases are coming up. End of day, how we are satisfying the customer. If anyone remember the principle number 1 of Agile, do anyone remember the principle number 1 of Agile? There are 12 principles in Agile. Number 1 principle, do anyone know that key of that principle? Key of the principle. If you see key of the principle there, satisfy the customer with early and continuous delivery of working product or a software, isn't it? Customer satisfy the customer with early and continuous delivery. Now, ideally, you have to satisfy the customer in Agile with early and continuous. When you say early and continuous, I need some metrics to see, am I delivering the quality value early and continuous? If not early, why? If not continuous, why? This question you have to ask you. How you will ask? Only when you see the data. Okay, let's go a little more. One more step. Okay, first thing, velocity chart. I thought I'd bring it up, velocity chart. First, what is velocity, Shriram? Of course, I took one more session on YouTube, I believe. Time permits, somebody can go and check out our YouTube channel. You will have this video. Quick catch up here on velocity. Velocity is a team's effort, team's ability to do something. Now, what happened here is a team committed on sprint 1. Shriram, what is sprint? I don't want to go each subject individually. It will take a longer time. Sprint, because a lot of non-IT people here, just want to give a clue. Sprint could be a small time box within which we plan to do some work. Sprint means a time box. Shriram, sprint, I heard also iteration. Iteration and sprint, both are same. And it is a time box. Time box means a limited time. A limited time could be 10 days, could be 20 days. Let's imagine here 10 days. In this 10 days, team agreed for a goal. Shriram, you keep on using the word team. Why not a project manager agree? In Agile, we believe more on the team. Whom we are working with? Knowledge workers. We are not in a stone age. We are not in the industrial age. We are in the age of knowledge workers. So now we have a goal. If you see the blue color is committed. Goal. What is a goal? Goal can be anything which makes sensible to the customer. And team has achieved it. Good job. So goal here you agreed. Do they agree? Achieved? No. Here they agreed something. Did they achieve? No. They agreed here. Did they achieve? Yes, they did. So something like this, a velocity chart shows you how you are. Now, just looking at this, can you tell the team is good or bad? See, it's a very vague question. Give a try. Is a team good or bad? What do you want to say? You will tell bad, you did good. What do you want to say? You say good. I'm seeing some of you saying good. Hey, good man, these guys are good. Why you may be saying good is I feel that goal agreed, achieved. Goal agreed, achieved. Goal agreed, achieved. Do you think that that's the one? You feel that? If you feel that, that's right. Yeah, they agreed something, they delivered it. In fact, 2 times they had some sort of derailment happen, something went wrong, and they would have learned it. Can somebody tell where they would have learned or what they would have learned in this 2 area? What is the place they learn in Agile and do something? Edwin in the chat says that, Shriram, this is from retrospective. In the retrospective, they got an idea, guys. Maybe we overcommitted. Maybe we did not understand the work properly. Maybe the dependency is not clear. 3 resources fell sick middle of the project work on the 10 days. We couldn't do that, right? So they learned something out of it. They came out of it. Now again, lagging data, leading data. We see something has happened. This will help me to predict upcoming sprints. Where are we now? Am I in sprint 5? Yeah, I'm in sprint 5. My project is expected to go up to sprint 11. Just imagination 11. So my prediction starts happening, leading data. So my lagging data helps me with the leading data. So again, this is one of the metrics. If you're going for any interview in Agile platform, when somebody asks metrics, don't get scared because there's a data analytics people will scare you with the code. Actually, nothing needed. Simple data information is important. I don't know how many of you watched the IPL finals where the coach of the team spoke about something on data. Do anyone observe it? Do anyone observe it? If some of you observed that call, Fleming, right? Fleming, I believe, he was talking about there are many people believe on data, but we believe on people, and we go for gut, it worked out. So, of course, data they would have followed, but he didn't say that we follow a lot of data. In cricket, they follow a lot of data because every pinpoint is by data there. Of course, money industry, right? Money industry means these all scientific guys will jump inside. Then only they can make money out of it. Okay, coming back here, this is very simple data to calculate and see how things are moving. First level metrics part. Okay, let's go to next main area which we want to discuss. We're going to talk about Burndown chart. Don't ask me why it is called Burndown, why it's called Burnup. When I'm explaining, chances are you may get it, but look like a good name, right? Burndown, Burnup. Okay. Again, now they all generally call it as a burn chart, B-U-R-N, burn chart. That's how they call it, which includes both. Now, let's take some scenarios and talk about how things are working. Let's catch up with the leftmost side, or I should be very decent, right? I should first talk about the text written here. The sprint burn down is a chart. What you see is a chart that shows the amount of work team still has to complete, or we can call as a pending, right? If you have a paper pencil next to you, write down burn down chart will always indicate the work pending, how much to be done. I think it's a better deal. If my senior management comes to me, they may be interested on what completed, but also they're very interested on how much is pending, isn't it? I imagine there is a painting work happening at my home. When I go to the home, I'll see, I will ask him maybe how much of rooms you completed. Before even he or she says these many rooms completed, my immediate question is how many rooms are pending? Will you do that? Be honest. Will you do that at your home? If once construction work is happening and you're looking, then imagine 8 or 10 rooms to be painted. I'll ask him how many rooms. Before he says 7 rooms completed, I'll be very quick enough. How many rooms are pending? Because my brain starts calculating if 2 more rooms are pending before rainy season comes, will he complete it or not? Now, this a pending nature is a very interesting nature where you focus on what to be done. And that's why they create a burn down chart. I'll finally connect the dots there. But for now, let's understand. Burndown chart talks about how much of work pending, how graphically they represent it. Let's see that. Imagine there is an iteration here or a sprint, iteration or a sprint. Look like it gives 20 days. Some sprints go 20. 20 days means how many weeks? Can somebody make a wild guess? 20 days means how many weeks sprint it should be, or iteration it should be. Fantastic. I see answers coming up as 4 weeks. It should be 4 weeks sprint. Shriram, 4 weeks sprint will be there? Obviously. Agile book says that you can have 1 week sprint, 2 week sprints, 3 week sprints, 4 week sprints. There is no hard rule. Parliament or central government cannot put a rule on you. So you can be free enough. It's up to you and your customer to decide when you guys want deliverable. You want 2 weeks once a deliverable, 4 weeks once a deliverable. It's up to you, right? Imagine this team picked up 4 weeks. Okay. Now what happened here is in Burndown, the team decided to do 28 story points. Just imagine story points. I believe some of you know what is story points. Story points are believed to have 28. Now they have to complete it. Now what will happen is as a team starts working, as and when they complete something, we start marking the dots. We're marking the dots. So if you see here flat line, which means they didn't do any work, or they pick the work which is in progress. Have you heard about something called WIP, work in progress? Have you heard about it? WIP. That WIP is happening. Whenever you see a flat line, it's a WIP. It means they picked a work they couldn't complete. Very natural, right? In a team, every day you won't complete something. You'll have some time duration. But point here is, am I going good? Okay. If you watch out here, the more I drag, it's behind the schedule. Does it make sense? The more that I take a work, I keep on doing work in progress, work in progress. It means behind. I'm not going on time. Whereas if I do put deep down sharp slope, it's called slope, dark slope, it means I'm doing good job. Possibly I'm completing more work more than what is expected. Now here, Burndown chart intention is what? To see what is a pending work. Now, with this basic information, tell me, where are we here in this line and how much of work is pending? Make a wild guess. Look at this picture and tell me how much of work is pending for this team. Pending. How much is pending? Since maybe we are here somewhere. Think so? Maybe my eye vision is good, I believe. We are somewhere here, right? Should be 8. Should be 8, right? Decently. Yeah, I feel 8 items are pending. Okay. With the lagging data and leading data, okay, lagging data and leading data, do you think the team can complete before 20 days? What is the feel? Will they? Possible? Possible, provided any bad influence does not happen on the team. So ask here is my senior management check out with me, hey, Shriram, how much of work is pending, man? 8 story points pending. Oh, okay, really? So where are we today? We are on the 12th day of the sprint or 13th day of the sprint. All right, that's decent. That's decent. So it means 8 more days, man. Possible. Possible. But I have 2 resources going on planned vacation here. Oh, really? It's a sign of Diwali. People are traveling. Oh, really? So certain things can happen. But again, this all will be well planned when the work starts. I just pulled on the vacation part, but still it will be well planned. Now, why I want to show this is Burndown shows the pending work. How much of pending work? Now, with this knowledge, try the right side chart. Look at the right side one. Here, how many stories we committed? I believe, look like 11, right? Shall we take it 11? Let's take it 11. So 11 we committed. Right, 11 is completed. Now, what is a blue line? Blue line says that, hey guys, it's a guideline. It's not mandatory you have to go on the blue line. Okay, the guideline can be like this. Velocity is like this. We may go like this. But what happened here? Do you see it's moving forward? But again, some places it's taking much of time. Look at here. They stay for a long time here. Again, they commit to a long time here. Oh my goodness. By the way, what is this hash color, Shriram? The hash color is a non-working days. Do you think in a sprint you will have non-working days? Like the holiday season, what you have? Possible? Highly possible? Yeah, it can be there, right? So we have some holidays coming in, which is going to drag much more time. So look at here now, we are in this point. Now with your knowledge, what you gained right now, can somebody tell me how much of work pending here? How much of work pending here? Try it out. It may be agile, non-agile people, non-IT people. Give a try. You can tell almost two items are pending. Okay, 2 items are pending. Possibly. Okay, good. Fantastic. Now, with this simple thing, tell me, is this a team going well or bad? This chart. Tell me, is a team going good or bad? What's your thought? Look like good, right? They're good, right? Look like they're better. Yeah, look good. But one thing I found here is why this much of drag here? Do you think it's a little over drag here? Over drag? They're staying in the same place for a long time. What could be the reason? Some of you can tell me maybe they picked up a very bigger work, not understanding the technical factors properly. They got into a dependency. In fact, team B did not provide the data because of which they're stuck here. Possible. One, the work can be technically strong, complex, or two, can be some team which has to provide the data. Oop, they didn't provide. You got stuck. Possible. Or could be the sponsor or somebody is injecting something in between and holding your work. Possible, right? They can come in and disturb you. Possible. Now, but Shriram, how do I know this, man? That's a weak point of Burndown chart. In Burndown chart, what made you to wait there for a long time will not be indicated. You will not get the details. If it is waited. Only thing Burndown chart can help you is pending work. That's it. The rest are in between what happened, you don't know. Also, you may ask me the question, Shriram, you are saying 11 story points here. Do you think this is how it will be or it will increase? It may, but in a sprint, we don't increase. I'll show the next graph where you may ask more questions with me now. Now, for now, Burndown chart, what I want you to get is Burndown chart shows you pending work in a project by calculating the completed work. Whatever you completed, remaining work will be shown in the Burndown chart. Okay, now let's mature something more on Burndown now. What I'll do is the next stage. Okay, here it is, another Burndown chart. Now, this time what I did is we didn't put for the sprint. So far, what you saw is for a one sprint, the 10 days, 20 days time, which you know, totally 10 days. In this, these many work should be completed. It's very clear. Now we are doing release level Burndown. What is a release? Major content, chunk of content. You should pick up the example of Zoom application. Let's imagine Zoom is not in the world. First time they're going to launch. So Zoom will decide I want to go for audio, video, share screen, and they want to have some more factors, virtual background, multiple features. Now they want to release all the features, which can be around 120 points they have to do user stories. Then only they can complete the Zoom as an application, what you and me are using today. Now, look at here. These guys started moving. You can see here sprints. Earlier image, what we saw is one sprint. But here it's a sprints, which means here it is a 10 days, here it is 10 days, here it is 10 days. I'm assuming 10 as a sprint timeline. 10 days here, 10 days here, 10 days here, 10 days here. Now almost 70 days, right? In this 70 days, a team is expected, they may go by this guideline. But what is happening here? They started the work at the same day, same time, but they're not going good. If you watch out here, maybe what is it? This is a third sprint, right? Third sprint, the team is supposed to be here, which means if you're here, 80 points of work should be pending with you to be done. But what happened here? We are a little more. We are done only 70. How much are done? 90? I think it's, can we say 96 here? Do you want to give a number here? Where are we here in this point? Any number? Any number? Any guess number? 100? I think 100 is top, right? I'll tell you here. Let's put 97 just for happiness for us. 97. And this can be a point of 80. Do you see some gap here? This is what we actually done, but it can be here. It could have been here as per the prediction of the team. Doesn't mean you have to force it, but look like that. And later point, the team made a steep down slope, and that a good job here. If you watch out here on the fifth iteration, team maybe or should be at 40, whereas they are at 20. This is should be and could be or more of a PMP statement. But in Agile, they don't force it, telling that you have to do that, but it's a guideline. Guideline means based on a velocity. last couple of iterations, how team did it. Based on that, you see a leading factor. What I said is a lagging factor, leading factor. Lagging factor gives you a leading factor. This could be team's way of working. But in that, some fluctuation can happen or will happen. Usually, burndown charts are used for sprint level calculation, not morely on release and epic level. I'll tell you what's the problem. The problem is, if you plan it for 7 sprints, none of the spawns are going to stick with 120 points. Do you think that they're going to stick with 120 points? I am sure it's going to increase. What do you think so? Do anybody think that it will increase? A sponsor will be so happily adding more requirement in the project. It can go from 120 to 220 also, highly possible. So burndown charts are a little risky and not clear when you use release or epic level charts. Where it is very good, highly used, you can see this highly used on a weekly sprint. I'm coming back here. Here, you will use it very heavily because I know it is 20 days and I have a sprint goal already fixed. The goal says 28 points to be completed. 28 points to be completed in 20 days. I can go by burn down. It works really smooth enough. Whereas I put a release level, it's going to be tricky. What tricky? I'll show one more explanation for that called bar chart. Okay, now what happened here is this gives an idea. But the question here is, what if the customer increases the story point? What will happen? Because in 70 days, 70 days means how many months? Can somebody make a guess? I said 70, right? I mean, 7 sprint, 7 into 10, I said 70 days. So 70 working days. So how many months it will be? Yeah, a month will have 21 working days, isn't it? If it is 21 working days, so how many months it will charge you? Shriram, a month is 30 days, man. No, a month will go 21 working days. So if it is 21 working days, so 70 days goes by. Good amount of month, isn't it? In this month of time, I'm sure a new feature going to come. Zoom owner will apply some new thought process, new ideas. How are we going to accommodate that? That's very important. Let's go a little more. Here it is. Man, you keep showing a lot of graph, of course. Yeah. So now let's see some more factors here. The factors here is, this is same burn down, but with a bar. Shriram, we like bar, man. Friday evening means we like bar. Not that bar. This bar is for showing the gap between the what we thought, what is happening. Now, if you watch it here, right here we say that team decided around, what is it, 150 to 180. Let's say 180 they plan to start. The work started like this. The bar chart indication, same graph in a bar way. But did you notice something here? This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Do you see something going below x-axis? Here, do you see something here? Is there anything visible to everyone? Sprint 4 and sprint 5. Can somebody make a wild guess? What could be this going below the x-axis? Any wild guess? Wild guess. If you make a wild guess, and that's called as new requirement addition. New requirement addition. If it's going a predictive way or PMP model of old PMP model, they call it as a scope creep. They were taking away. But in Agile thing, we look out, are we not creeping out, but are we aligning with what customers are looking for? In Zoom, my sponsor says, I want this feature. I want a virtual background with the people customized photo. In virtual background, I want a GIF from my customer to be added. So I'm giving more. Now, when you add more, it goes below the x-axis. It's a little confusing, man. Can you please explain a little more? If you ask me, let me show one more graph or bar chart. It will help you more. If you look at this bar chart here, initially we agreed for 15 points to be completed. Now there is a -2 here in the next iteration. This is a 6 and iteration 7 or sprint 7. What is -2? -2 is nothing but work completed. Of course, your team does work on the sprint. And the next sprint comes in. Here, we are seeing this below x-axis. If you see below x-axis, +4 got added. Kindly somebody confirm me in Agile, will they add like this? Is it possible? Is it possible? Possible? Yes, possible. In Agile, they keep adding requirements. Within a sprint, when the goal has been set, team is working without a major distraction, we will not add. In a sense, 10 days has been planned, these many items to be completed, team will focus only on that without something drastically changes or whatever you do in this 10 days doesn't make any sense at all. Then only they'll stop the sprint or add something in the sprint, very rare, that too from the sponsor or product owner. Okay. Whereas what you're seeing here is sprint after sprint, 7, 6, 8, 9, it means a whole release. In a release, new requirement will come. I'm not disturbing the sprint goal. I'm working on the release. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you observing what I'm saying? I'm not disturbing the 10 days. The 10 days you will work as you prefer the goal. Whereas a release is 8 months, 4 months. When you will add the requirement, some requirement will come, right? Second principle of Agile. Shriram, first of all, how many principles are there? Okay, 12 principles are there. In the 12 principles, the second principle says, welcome changing requirements even late in the development. Have you read about it? Welcome changing requirements even late in the development cycle, right? In the sense, Agile process promotes or harness a change for the customer's competitive advantage. Look at the word, customer's competitive advantage. They want to win the game. If my customer want to win the game, I will not have no, I will not add. I'm not an army officer. No, we have to add, but I'm not adding inside the 10 days and trouble my team. Rather, I'll add it. My team will work later. Look at here, the newly added. This will be brought inside this and we'll discuss. Look at here, 3 completed. Again, another 4 added. 4 completed, nothing added here. So point here is in Burndown chart, it's a little complicated to show new item got added. So they have a bar diagram to show the Burndown chart. So why you guys are struggling like this, man? If you ask me, these are some of the metrics we have showing. Shriram, do I need to create on my own? Not at all. There are a lot of technology tools available from 2010. 2010, it market boomed up. Now it's almost 11 years. We have great tools in the market. Can somebody tell me some tools where you see these pictures? I know some of you can tell me. Okay. Some will tell Jira, J-R-A, Jira. Some will tell us Rally, R-L, Rally. Microsoft Project is there, Teams is there, XP is there, Tableau is there. Oh my God, name it, man. Lord, ServiceNow. I think multiple places are there. But very highly worldwide used is Jira. Do you all agree on that? Worldwide highly used Jira because initially it came as a free. Now they charge you. Okay. Okay. Now going forward, you will see these kind of metrics coming up. But Shriram, do I need to do this every day? Not at all. This is for the release level, high level. Which one you will do every day? I'll tell you which one. The one which I showed you a few minutes back. This you will work daily. If you go to Jira board, even today I'll tell you, go to Burndown chart, you will see a graph like this. But I'll tell you how the graph looks usually. This graph will get generated only when your team member regularly go and update. Yesterday I took my work, today I completed. Yesterday I took something, 2 days later I completed. They have to mark it genuinely. If they don't do that, I'll tell you how a team look like. A graph work will start like this. You will see this line, this orange line, straight like this. Okay, straight like this. On the 9th or 10th day of the sprint, it will come down. How many of you seen like this? Do anyone seen like this? Your line will be just like this, straight line, and swing, it will go down. Majority of the Agile team board will be like this. Not only small companies, even a big companies have this problem because here manager cannot force the people. People have to take a self-interest. Whenever they take a work, they have to mark it. I have taken it. Whenever they mark it for testing, they have to take testing. Whenever their acceptance criteria is all done, completed, they have to mark it. It's nothing but a radio button. Go and click it, drop down. That our guys will not do. If you go and ask them, they're very busy. Yeah, sorry. Okay, don't ask me. I'm focused. I'm designing an aerodynamic aeroplane. So don't disturb me. These guys won't mark it. Who will have the problem? The problem is with the predicting team. These guys has to look at this and plan what to do. Whenever you go and see the graph, nothing will be there. Okay. Anyway, I'm not telling all the teams are like that. Some teams are like that. So how to make it perfect? Who takes responsibility to make it perfect? Can somebody tell me? Who can help to make it perfect? Not responsibility, help it. Who can do that? There is a role called Scrum Master. Have you heard about a Scrum Master? Servant leader. This person has to educate the team about the principles on the ways of working and tell the advantage of doing this. When they properly educate them, teams definitely will do that because these are knowledge workers. They know what to do. Only thing, they need a right person to tell the right dialogue. Okay, can I assume that you got a little bit about Burndown chart? Of course, there are a lot of factors, but you got some factor. Did you? Little bit. Pending work will be in the Burndown, right? That's clear. Pending work. Okay, you got some idea, base idea. I know you can't become advanced one day itself. It will take time. Let's go to Burnup, the last one. The Burnup is pretty interesting now. What happened here is, I say, right, Burnup is going to help you to show how much of work you completed. You know, what a big deal, man. Both are same, right? Both are almost same. Both are same data only. But the way how you view it changes, right? How much is pending is a question in Burndown. In Burnup, how much is completed is a question. God, man, both are same, man. Both are same, but Burnup has more advantage. I'll tell you why. If you look at the advantage here, initially the team agreed for 300 points to be completed between the month of January to December or January, 1 year timeline. Okay, they plan to complete it. So the point here is, I mostly see Burnup charts are used in a long stretch, release, epics, or a planned stretch. Okay, here if you watch out, everything is going good. The team is supposed to complete or plan to complete, or they have completed by December, they reach the 300. The expectation is 300. Can we say the project is over? Seeing the graph tell me 300 could be done, but the 300 they reach by December. Can we say it's over? Most of you seeing the graph will tell no, it's not over. Shriram, can you wipe your glass properly and watch it again? You see the black line still going. It means what? There are more requirement got added in the month of June. Possible? Highly possible. If I take a shopping cart, I want to bring up a new shopping cart like Amazon or e-commerce site. I'm going to bring Shri.com. So Shri.com initially thought do something few pages for groceries and some fancy items. Later, I think I could do some electronics also. What happened? I'm going to ask some requirements. I'll add in. Things will add. And after some time, it's a traveling. Again, I'm adding. Traveling, again adding. But I'm not going out of the contract. Okay, some of you think that Agile means you keep on adding anything. You keep on changing. If you feel, no. What you signed in the contract, or if you remember, there is something called Agile Project Charter, nothing but Project Charter. If you know about project, have you guys heard about Project Charter? I believe most of you attend our classes will know what is Project Charter. Project Charter is a document, high level, which knows what is a project all about. If it is shopping cart, your work all should be related to shopping cart. In the shopping cart, I cannot bring T20 World Cup scorecard there. It's, man, pathetic, man. Why you do that? Not needed. It's a creep totally, right? What you have to do, there you have to do. You should have confused the things. That's going to be there. Now, whenever the requirement added, I will see this work is aligned with the charter, aligned with my contract, not going out of that, right? So now what happened here is, anyway, let's talk about contract a little later. But for now, if you watch out some new set of work added, and this work is going to happen here. Now tell me, is this easy for you to watch out new requirements, or the bar chart which I showed you was easy? Which one is easy? This is easy one, right? That is pretty complicated. You don't know, man, what's happening? It's pretty complicated. But there you see how much completed, you see how much added. It has some data, but Burndown with a bar, people little struggle. Even though you like bar on Friday night, this bar you will not like. It will be slightly tough. Okay, but you mature over a period of time. Will mature. But again, this one has better straightforward, like a run rate. What's happening, right? Look like Pakistan run rate against India. Super hit, right? This guy's made a good shot. I appreciate the game. Okay, now let's keep moving a little more. I want to show you one more graph about the Burnup chart. Look at your Burnup chart here. Again, I'm putting something here. Now, somebody can help me. The project started with 100 story points. Can someone tell me in which iteration timeline we got new requirements? Can someone tell me, looking at the graph? Help me. Okay, is somebody helping me saying that the sixth iteration, I'm seeing more got added. I think more than six. Can we say fifth one we added something? You feel that? I feel fifth one got more added. But is there any relation between fifth one and this new work added? Do you think there is any relation? Do you think so? Possible? Possible? Pretty hard to guess. Pretty hard to guess. Because of fifth iteration or fourth iteration, they added the new requirement. We don't know. Or in this timeline of 0 to third iteration, your product already went to market. People started using it. When people started using it, they started giving feedback. The feedback could be of a correction. Feedback can be of new addition. Possible? Do you think so? It's possible, right? So we encourage feedback from the customer, isn't it? We keep working close with the customer to understand what they want. We keep adding more as per the requirements need in the market. Possible, it's possible. Or a fund release would have happened in the company. Now they go for the phase 2 of the product. Possible. We don't know the reason behind this. This is purely managerial decision. Could be there. But at the same time, work got added. So your team could have here, right? Now, after 97, do we need to continue or stop? What is your thought? I would say, yes, we have to continue. I have to go furthermore to take it. Maybe I need a few more iterations here to be completed. Maybe I need to expand my contract. Tell them that, guys, your contract says only 100 points, which is for 8 iterations. I don't think we can complete it, man. You added more. Now we are 120 points. From 100, we got 20 points. So you can expand or extend the contract here. Add another 0.5 million budget. Is it possible? Do you think it's possibility there? When new requirements got added, a customer can come out, tell, okay, guys, let's expand the contract. Sometimes they excuse it, make it within this time. I don't have budget, I don't have time, make it happen. And this is a place maybe your team can squeeze and work. They put 12 hours, 18 hours of work. This is also possible, but that's not a good style. The team will break. There is a 7th principle. The team should have a sustainable way of working. Do you remember that? I believe 7th. Is it 7th principle or 8th principle? The principle says that the team should maintain the sustainable pace. Look at the word, sustainable pace. You should be sustainable. You should not too much tuck, right? It's something like a gym exercise. I usually give this example in the classes. There are some people go to gym the same day, 3 hours, 4 hours exercise. That's it. Next 1 week, you'll be on the bed. All right. Sustainable base, a consistent way of doing things. You have to survive. Same way for PMP preparation or ACP preparation, Agile preparation. Every day they read 10 hours, 11 hours. Not needed actually. Go normal pace. Leadership is lifelong. Till your last breath, the age of 98, you'll talk about leadership. See, I'm 98. Why not? You can. 100 also you can be there. You can talk till the time about leadership. So you have life, you have time. Don't be urgent. There are some people, now itself, not needed. Go normal pace. Learn it properly. Okay. Good. Let's go a little more. Can I assume that you got a little idea about burn up now? Because burn down you learn complicated. Burn up is straightforward, nothing more than that. Now I want to show a comparison before I go to some question and answer. If you look at the comparison here, I'm having burn down and burn up. I know some image is not clear, but look at here. Let's take this one. Here it is 120 points to complete. Sprints. There are sprints 0 to 10. A lot of sprints are here. Same way we have sprints here, 120 points to do. Okay. Now, if you watch out here, if it is above, which is not good, it means you consume a lot of time. Here it's a steep cut. It means super good. Even the third sprint, the team has how much of pending? Pending is only 70 item pending, but actually the team, as per their performance, they may be somewhere here only, but they did a good job. Do you think it's a good job? Do you think so? Burn down, they did a good job. They completed more. You feel so? If you feel it's good, it's actually all right. They're doing a good job. They're done faster. But the same project, if you see from here, what happened? Let's watch out. What's the sprint here? This is the sprint between 2 and 3. Look at the sprint 2 and 3, some work got removed. You are in Burnup. In Burnup, if you can see here, I showed you the previous graph, work added. Same way, work can be removed also. Possible? In Agile, it's possible. What you add can be removed. So now they removed some set of work. Since they removed some set of work, look like you have completed more, but actually not. Look at here. From here to here, there is a big drop. Look like the team has done more, but actually that portion of work, poof, taken out. Does it make sense? Are you with me? Are you getting the point? These guys actually they pulled out the work and that looked like in burn down as if it done. So burn down is little trouble here. Do you think so? It doesn't show the reality to you. Whereas a burn up shows reality. Then why we have that Shriram? Guys, come on, it's not working. Come on, guys, please remove it. Don't have it in Agile. If that's the way you want to tell, no. This we primarily, at least from my perspective, I see burn down mostly used for a sprint basis, 20 days, this is a work, and burn up used for a long stretch. But both are used in both all the situation. Still, I want to show the best of it. There is no good, there is no bad. Don't try to compare and fight with each other. Whichever is applicable for you, use it. I personally use in my corporate life, burn down for the sprints. Burn up could be of a long stretches, and very interesting one graph I keep always look is called CFD, cumulative flow diagram. I will take it as another session if you all like to listen about it. Cumulative flow diagram tries to put everything together and it shows one graph. That graph I'll explain some other day, which is interesting factor. Okay, good. Right. That's a question from Rajesh. Orange is a guideline. Fantastic, you got it. In burn down, it's guideline. Superb. My God, all the time I want to complete on time, but I'll beat it more. Did you get some info on burn up, burn down? Beyond burn up, burn down, I was trying to explain something on the velocity chart. I was trying to show some of the metrics data. I was also trying to show you why we use this metrics. Of course, I didn't go so deep inside. I didn't bring out a lot of data from the project because I try to keep it simple, not to complicate. Okay. As Albert Einstein says, if you can't explain well, it means you didn't understand well. So it means this is what I understood. Maybe if I understand more level, I'll come and explain. But complication is not needed. It's actually going to show what has happened. Our farmers 50, 100 years back don't have burned on burnup chart, but they're very clear on doing farming very well. They know how much farming has happened, how much of agriculture things going up well. They know very well, clearly, right? But again, since we have more of data, that also get into trouble. Actually, tracking is there only to see lagging and leading. Lagging is what has happened. Leading is how we are going to take it forward to predict it better so that we can reduce the failure point. Why we are doing all this, Shriram? To reduce the failure point. I don't want to fail. I don't want to get into a risk factor. To arrest that, we need this information, right? Great. I believe your brain brushed up on Friday night and Friday morning. Let's see some questions because listening is different, question is different. By the way, join us. Talk about PMP, ACP. We have a big forum now. If you ask me 1 year back, Shriram, what do you have? I was very small group. Hardly we started 1.5, 2 years or 3 years back. And before that, we're doing a lot of trainings. But as a ShriLearning, putting to YouTube or a lot of services, it's very active for the last 2 years because of all of you. You guys are encouraging a lot by giving comments, listening to the classes, really encourage us, right? And the more you encourage, we have better to do. So join us in YouTube or go for a LinkedIn, follow us. We're trying to do the best. Definitely a lot of areas of improvement we'll do, right? Keep giving us feedback. Okay, question. Let's sharp your brain. When you read the question, read it carefully. What these guys are highly trying to say. What is this keyword in this question? I would prefer a person looks a keyword better in any system what you learn. What's the keyword? A variation between story points completed and the story points planned. Completed, planned. on a Burndown chart can indicate number of things. It can give a lot of indication. Which of the following is not a cause of variation? This cannot be a cause. The question is when? This is not the reason for variation. Variation could be any reason, but not this one. Which one is that here? All right, let me see some from YouTube also. YouTube people, oh man, I think a lot of chat, I missed you. Kapil, I'll come to your question a little later. All right, answers are coming as a B, some of them D, some of them A. Multiple answers here. Story points completed and story points planned. See, we thought something to do, but we completed something. What are the reasons? What are the usual reasons for that? And this cannot be the reason. If you observe carefully, not a cause. Answer should go to A, right? If somebody wants to A, that's right. Duration of the iteration should not have an effect on the variation. Do anyone agree on that? Duration should not have it, because you are the one planned. How you planned for this 10 days, for this 20 days, for this 5 days. This is a goal I'm going to achieve. You're committed for it. Whereas a team member out of the office, super impact. Effect of large stories, very good impact. Effect of team members multitasking. How many of you believe this? Because of this, we lose a lot of time. Anyone here? Multitasking. Oh man, that kills my time, man. That kills my time. When you do this, somebody call you there. We do that, somebody call you here. You'll feel like, God's sake, man, when I'll do my work. Yeah, that happens. Fantastic. So now let's go a little more. Good answers from most of you. All right, that's great, Suresh. Let me see in YouTube. YouTube Lal says B. Okay, I think most of you agree that answer can be A. Let's check second question. Read carefully. Not able to complete. I believe I explained this in the classes. Let's see how many of you observed properly. I will see people from YouTube also. What you guys are saying? And here I'm also seeing as a D flat. All right. Did we saw that in a graph? When your team doesn't do much, it goes flat. We saw that, right? So it means the answer should go to D. The Burndown chart shows the team's progress by showing the number of story points remaining in the project. The vertical axis shows a number of story points. That's on the left side, the vertical axis. And then the iteration is shown across a horizontal. The flat is horizontal. The linear trend of a burndown, chart is a downward sloping. However, if no story point are delivered during iteration, the Burndown chart remains flat. Okay. Are you able to visually connect what I'm saying? Did you saw in the picture? Visually you're connecting. If you do that, your understanding is really good. Work not done is flat. For this, I gave another terminology, WIP. You remember it? WIP. That is work in progress. Okay. Now I'll connect this with one other point I say in the beginning. Did I say about something called cycle time? You remember it? Cycle time. The cycle time is something which the work you picked up and you're completing the task. Okay. For example, you have to develop and test it. For example, you have to paint and give it to the next stage. So a car manufacturing happening, you have to paint the car and give it for some other fixing part. And this is a cycle time. Now, something you pick and it is a hold for a long duration, it's called work in progress. The more the work in progress, your project is not really going well, right? And cycle time, you have to reduce the cycle time. It means go faster. You cannot stay late. The more you stay late, you lose a market. Agile comes in this point called reducing cycle time. That is why we don't take a full chunk of work and deliver. Rather, we take a small piece of work and deliver. Say, if I want to do a Zoom application, Zoom may need 200 features to become a Zoom. Today, what you and me talking through Zoom, it will take 200 features. I can tell, don't disturb me. I will do this 200 features next to 1 year. After 1 year, come and collect with me. Can I say like that? If I do that, my cycle time is pretty high. right? Lead time will expand, cycle time will expand. I'll explain more about that in another class. But for now, what we do is to reduce that, we're giving small piece. Whenever something ready, we're delivering to the customer. Mic is ready, audio is ready, video ready, virtual background ready, one by one. That's why when you open up, you go for update for Zoom, it says we're updating this, we're updating that. They're adding more features. Point here is, if you stay flat, it's a problem. You should not stay flat long time. Sometimes it can be there, it should not be long time. Shriram, is it useful? Yes, that's why these metrics are needed. You have to go and check what's happening in the team. Outcome primarily. Let's hit one more question. Okay, hope you read the question well. An agile team can only finish one story at a time. Which one will show them completed value? Look at here. If you are with me from the class in the beginning, completed value. Do you see this? There is a meaning behind that. If you see that, your answers are right. Product backlog burnup chart. It shows, right, burnup, how much has been completed, how much has been pending. Which chart will help you? How much has been pending? Which one will help you? Burn down help you. How much has been completed? Burn up will help you. A team can show its completed value with a product backlog burn up chart. The rest of the choices are quality management tools. Fantastic. You did a good job. Oh my God. Over the time. By the way, I'm seeing one question from Kapil. When to start check velocity of team? It can be from sprint 1 or needed more. Couple, usually sprint 1, sometimes team overcommits. That a lot we will do, but they'll do a little later only. Sometimes with the scared and worry, they'll take very less point and then only they go for it, right? It differs. So with the one sprint, velocity cannot be decided. They'll give at least 3 sprints of time, 2 to 3 sprints they give. 3 sprints, you take the number of story points completed, underline, done, DOD, done, definition of done. Then they put an average, then they find their velocity. That's how it works. Hope that helps you, Kapil. Okay, there is a question from Jay. Can you please help on scattered chart? Usually we have the scattered diagram, scattered chart. Probably I'll take it as another class. Not now. Let's not mix it right now. Okay, I'll explain in a different class. We can't see work removed in Burndown chart, right? It's possible. Like what you added can be removed also. You added, right, +4. If you remove that, it'll become -2, -5. Keep removing. Possible. The same way it will go down and up. That's how it is. But burn down, it's a little complicated for understanding, so people don't take it very seriously. They go burn up, they use it for that purpose. That's a good question. All right. I have to talk about scatter chart. I'll bring it up. Oh, right. Here it is. So we have PMI-ACP. If anyone interested more on Agile, not interested, I would recommend, please start learning more Agile. You may be from any industry. This word is going to bounce anywhere. So before the market pick up, learn it. Which topic to learn better? I'll give 2 suggestions here. One is PMI-ACP. ACP talks about Agile Certified Practitioner. Anyone can learn this. They explain well about Scrum, Kanban, XP, Lean, cycle time, lead time, burn down, burn up, all go deep inside. Superb class. You can learn that. Leading safe, who can go for it? If you're already in Agile environment in your company and your company like to expand it, more number of team members are going to be there. 5 teams, 6 teams, and hundreds of people are going to work together. And you are a senior manager in the Agile company. You are a program manager, you're a portfolio manager. Go for leading safe, which will be very beneficial, right? But if you don't know what is Agile, please start with the ACP, then go for scaled Agile. For information, ACP starts on November 13th. Safe is tomorrow morning. We are kickstarting. Few people are coming there for the classes. Okay, of course, our prime area of PMP, the superstar. The PMP superstar has become like a servant leader, has Agile, everything. Huh? All in all, PMP. Okay, there's the next batch coming on 13th. People can learn through that. If somebody has listened to the class already, you can come again. You are invited. Listen to the class, which can help you. Okay, that's pretty much from my side. Let me also listen any questions from here. Anyone close to the exam next 1 week, 10 days, have any questions? By the way, people in the YouTube, thanks a lot. You all watched out, gave some good answers. I appreciate it. Okay, what I do is I'll stop sharing. I'll take a couple of questions before we end this session. Let's see your face as well. Show me your smile on the Friday evening. Jay will work out on scatter chart. I'll let you know. Okay. And Raghavendra, Ashwin, Raghavendra, good guys. Do you have?
Shriram, I have one question. Like this question I've also encountered in one of the mock tests. Suppose as a project manager, if I want to explain the progress of the project to my most important stakeholder. So usually what on a very immediate basis, I don't have a time, but I need to project because that schedule was unplanned, but now suddenly they come up on a side, they want to show the progress. So what chart we can use? We can go for a velocity, or we can go for a burn up, or we can go for a burn down.
This is ask from whom?
This is that we want to show the progress to the main stakeholder of the project.
Okay. First thing, let's understand one thing. If it is an agile project, there is nothing called showing to somebody.
Okay.
We call it as information radiator, which it means
information.
If you are part of the system, you have the responsibility to go and view it. Okay. You are working with the knowledge workers where you cannot expect somebody to come and teach you this is what it is, but still we have the responsibility to show to them. I'm not saying no, but let's come out of that mindset that showing a report, presentation, PPT, these all gone, olden days. If you're talking that is 1947, forget it. Going forward, you may be CEO of the company, you may be whoever in the company, you can access the board directly. It's called information radiator. When you say information radiator, it is open to all. You can go and see what you want to see. If you cannot interpret the data, then you're not eligible to be a leadership person. Okay, that's the first message. To answer your question directly, to show what it is progress, they have something called release burn down. Okay, so release burn down will help them to show how much of work is gone and how much is pending. Right, this will give you. Or product backlog burn up or burn down is there, which shows how much is completed. This is what usually they prefer. This also, you can share the link to them. Jira has this, please read it. We are coming out of totally the model of everybody going to the common round table room and one senior person sitting and telling, can somebody give a deep dive?
Nowadays, we belong to that industry. Our domain is just like that. We are not in from IT industry, so we still following the same practice.
Every domain will change. Another 10 years, all the domain will change. So what will happen is no round table conference, no boss factor sitting and asking, give me deep dive. If you want, you dive and take it. That's what they will tell. At least okay. I have some work to do. What work you have? You have only work to read the report. Go and read the report. Don't
okay. Thank you so much, Shriram.
Right, that's how it is. Good. Right, any more questions? Good. I think it's a good Friday today. Have a good time. And I'm happy to see different industry people here, but don't try to inject agile because it is booming in the market. I remember when the jeans pant first came in India, people wearing different colors. Somebody can't even get into the jean, they were wearing it. Okay. Later they realized we can't wear the jean, only dhoti is good for me. And then sometime later, the flexible, stretchable jean came. Then all these guys, mota chota guys, all get inside the jeans pant. Now, point here is something doesn't fit in, don't inject it. If it really works, then take it. I get many people from non-IT, non-agile people. They're very impressed with the servant leader concept. They're very impressed with the daily meeting with the team to understand what is happening. But that should not turn into pain point. Because Agile said everyday meeting, come on, let's meet every day. Man, yesterday only I saw you again. How many times I'll meet? Certain work you cannot do every day. Metro construction, a pillar work is happening. A pillar will take 1.5 months to construct. 1.5 months every day. I cannot tell I put cement, I put paint, I can't tell that. So it needs its own time. So some area we cannot force it. Some area it will work. But I understood from many people, agile means common sense. Agile means understanding customer. That's it. If you can understand that language, you are super good, right? Like rightly now, Jay asked me, hey, my senior candidate asking a report, what to show. But that's a habit in many companies. Report sharing is a biggest task. 3 days I'll sit and work on PPT. At that 3 days productively, something can be done. And the 3 days is simply work on PPT. Those days are totally going away. Going forward, it will be like information radiator. Everyone has access. If you want, you can go and view. Don't trouble me. If you have a question, ask me, I'll answer. But don't ask me from the scratch. Give me deep dive. That will not work. Right? That's how it is. Super, guys. We are top of the time. And amazing. Very good. All are good comments here. Thanks a lot for being here. And next Friday, we will connect. But next Friday is a Diwali holidays. Let us plan. If people are good, we'll start a session. If not, enjoy the Diwali very well. Right? Catch you all. Have a good celebration. Safe Diwali. See you all. Thanks for being here. Have a great time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shriram.